Have you ever wanted to summon a clone of yourself? Or maybe a fun little creature that follows you around and gives you advice? Chances are you've already done this. It's not uncommon for children to come up with imaginary friends and have conversations with them or play with them, especially when they have no friends of their own, like me. There's a name for this phenomenon. This phenomenon is called summoning a tulpa, or tulpamancy. There isn't much research or information about this topic, despite many being familiar with the word. By doing research, I've been able to break down tulpas into 4 different types, but we'll get into those later. First, you need to know what a tulpa is and how it works. A tulpa is a being that has been materialized through intense focus, purposely or accidentally. Tulpas can be materialized by individuals or by groups of people who share the same belief. An example of this is Slender Man, a supernatural creature that started off as a creepy photoshopped image of a thin man in a suit with tentacles. The image of Slender Man began surfacing on the internet in June 2009 and quickly took off. Slender Man became so popularized in 2012 and 2014 that large groups of people began starting cults, materializing Slender Man as some kind of fictive tulpa. So we know what the basis of a tulpa is and what it's capable of in modern day, but is it spiritual, psychological, supernatural? Can it affect the real world like spirits or ghosts?
And if only there was somebody to blame. Oh, wait, there is.
Spiritual? Yeah, it can be, and it's rooted in spiritual practices. Psychological? Absolutely. But is it supernatural like most people believe it to be? No, it's not. But that doesn't mean it can't affect the real world. Let's go back to the origins of the tulpa. The tulpa was first described by Alexandria David Neal after she stayed at the Kunbun Monastery in China and witnessed practitioners summoning their own tulpas to reveal subconscious information. Tulpas would aid their creators by reminding them of important dates or information, and in reality, these tulpas were just a manifested subconscious of their creators. In Alexandria's book, Magic and Ministry in Tibet, she states,
"There is nothing strange in the fact that I may have created my own hallucination. The interesting point is that in these cases of materialization, others see the thought forms that have been created. Some think a material form is really brought into being. Others consider the apparition as a mere case of suggestion, the creator's thought impressing others and causing them to see what he himself sees."
In other words, David Neal is suggesting that a tulpa could theoretically be physically created by energy, but is most likely placebo or a hallucination. It's not supernatural like the modern horror enthusiasts believe it to be, but that doesn't make it useless or completely incapable of interacting with the real world. Now back to those 4 types of tulpas I mentioned at the beginning. What are they? 1. Accidental collective tulpas. This is when a large group of people accidentally create a tulpa. An example of this is Slender Man. A bunch of people on the internet saw an image, slowly created a story, and this resulted in multiple people having hallucinations, starting cults, and committing violent crimes. 2. Purposeful collective tulpas. This is when a large group of people get together and purposefully summon a tulpa. 3. Accidental individual tulpas. This is when an individual accidentally creates a tulpa. This is typically caused by fear, an overactive imagination, or stress. 4. Purposeful individual tulpas. This is when an individual purposefully creates a tulpa. This is most often a clone of themselves that represents their subconscious and can help them in day-to-day life. So now ask yourself, should you create a tulpa that definitely won't turn evil and turn against you? Or is it not worth the risk?